pretty much it for our show today.
Oh, wait a minute. We really got a lot more. We ain't talking about the verse. We didn't talk about the verse battles.
Yeah, my bad.
So the Luda and Nelly came, down the pipeline this past Saturday.
Yeah.
Now we got, the Bounty Killer and Beanie Man. Now with the Luda, I didn't see like the whole battle like I was telling you.
Yeah.
But what I did see was, Hot 97 got like a recap. They did like a recap.
Yeah.
And they kind of cleaned it up and got between the talk and they kind of got the beat.
Which is cool.
I think Luda got Nelly. Don't get me wrong, Nelly had some good beats, but I just don't think like all around Luda was like the whole package because he had the lyrics. Yeah, he had the soft records. He had the hard records.
He had like the hood records.
Yeah,
he had the club records, everything, man. So
Nelly kind of really had one style.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that Nelly was bad. Like he's good. He's talented as far as like the singing. Like
he's mastered what he does.
Yeah.
But he is not as versatile as Luda, like you said. I can. That's how I look at it.
Luda killed.
So I mean, I'm glad there's no hard feelings or anything like that. But if I had to choose between who had the better catalog, I have to go with Luda. And I already knew that going in. But it was a good battle. You know what I mean? They both seemed to enjoy it. Nelly had a few glitches where he couldn't hear him or he kept losing his connection, but that's how it is. For some reason, Instagram, I think it's something about Instagram software because that happened a few times with us when we were on IG Live, where your part would be blurred out and I couldn't see you, but I could hear you,
or I'd be stuck like
right. It was like okay, but yeah. So we made the best of it. But I think there's some improvements Instagram got to do when it comes to that.
Yeah.
But yeah, not my apologies because I did skip over a few things. But yeah, I thought that was really good. Like you said, tonight we have Beanie Man and Bounty Killer. They're both the reggae dancehall legends. They're both going up against each other in a versus battle tonight. And I think they did have some issues or beef at one time, but now they squashed it. So I'm glad to hear that. And then coming up on Monday, we got another versus battle, 112 versus Jagged Edge. If you like R&B.
Yeah, that's going to be good.
If you like R&B, that's coming up on Monday. So I like how they're doing this, man. I mean, it's keeping people who are stuck at home entertained, and I think it's helping out a lot.
Yeah.
And it's letting you know that your favorite musicians aren't, just so stuck up they can get together and do something that never been done before. You know what I mean? So, because I don't think we would have seen this without this whole quarantine.
Yep, and the way technology is.
Speaking of quarantine, real quick, man, y'all need to check out the Instagram channel of my man Ace Vane. Dude is hilarious. He be doing those quarantine cartoons where he'll do like voiceovers over like maybe Batman, Superman, Justice League, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Man, them joints be hilarious, man. So check his channel out, Ace, V-A-N-E, Vane. So he's hilarious. And we also had Boosie. He got under some scrutinization about this underage oral sex that he allowed to have with his sons and nephews. And so he basically went on a live video and said, hey, I had some females that I had, top me off, and I had to make sure they topped the kids off too. My sons, my nephews, and they like 12 and 13, and I made sure she got them straight. And he thinking right. He thinking he did something good because he's like, yeah, with all this gay stuff going on, I don't want my kids to be gay, so I'm making sure they know. I mean that don't guarantee shit.
No,
that don't guarantee nothing.
I mean the fact that they're 12 and all that, like they're not even really developed on like relationships and stuff yet.
Right.
I mean, now, however, I ain't gonna lie. If I was 12 years old and I got a blowjob from a grown woman for my birthday, I ain't gonna say I wouldn't be mad. I'll probably be the happiest 12-year-old ever. I'll be like, yo.
Because you already know as a kid, you already know I'm not supposed to be enjoying stuff like this. This ain't really what I'm supposed to be dealing with, but you would take it, you know what I mean? But my thing is, by the time you 12, you already kind of know what you're swinging toward, whether you kind of like boys or girls or animals or whatever the fuck it is. You know, I mean, that's the thing too now. There's motherfuckers out here who like animals. I don't get it, but whatever. Anyway, but so my thing is, doing that really ain't gonna change nothing, because if that kid already knew what he liked, he could have just been like, well, my uncle's the authority, so I just better play along with it.
Yeah.
But I really like boys, you know what I mean, outside of this. So, I think that was irresponsible, and it's pedophilic, and it's just wrong on a moral level, because if you think about it the other way around, you wouldn't look at a little girl and say, I want to make sure she's straight. At 12 years old, I'm going to let a grown-ass man penetrate her.
Nah,
would you do that? I mean, and I'm speaking directly to Boosie when I say that shit. We would not do that. And so you cannot say, well, it's different for girls than boys. No, it's not. It's fucking pedophilic, man. You're wrong, and you shouldn't say that. No beef intended or anything, but you're just wrong, man. It's just wrong.
On top of that, too, like, it's just that child now is going to think, well, this is how it's supposed to be.
Right.
When you're going to with a woman, you give them money, and then they'll do this. And not all women do that for money. You know what I'm saying? Not all, there's other things that has to be done in order for you to do those things. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that should be between you and the lady, you know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, but, I definitely just want to put that out there that I don't support that, man, at all. I don't care what kind of stigma you have about girls versus boys and all of that stereotypical shit. I don't support it. But yeah, and then, we also had Tekashi been going back and forth with Snoop, man. I don't get this dude.
You a snitch, you a bitch, you a motherfucker.
I mean, he basically making a career out of snitching, man. I don't get it. You know what I mean? He put it out there that supposedly Snoop was cheating on his wife. I think he even leaked the video. It's like, how the fuck, first of all, how you get the video? Who dick you suck to get that video? Man. It's like, damn, dude, how the fuck is this happening? I mean, didn't you just get out of jail? I don't know. Maybe that's how he got it. Niggas in jail probably got some dirt on Snoop. It was like, come here, you little snitch. Suck my dick. I'll let you have this video when you get out. You know what I mean? You can put it out there. Niggas, slobbing people off in jail, man. Snitch. I can't mess with him, though, man. And like I said, I would never try to say I don't want anybody to make money, but, you know what I mean? I don't support any of his music. You know what I mean? Because for one, not just the whole snitching thing, but two, his music is not good. And he's a corny gimmick. All this color in the hair and the teeth and all that dumb shit. And you really not no street gangster or none of that, man. So it's like, why even allow yourself to portray that role? And you've been trying to go up against heavyweights from day one. He dissed Ludacris in the past. Now you dissing Snoop. And I mean, it's like, dude, man, people are stupid if they keep falling for this shit. Stop falling for it. That's all I'm gonna say. Stop falling for it. Ignore that motherfucker. He'll go away. Trust me.
Yeah, because that's all he is, just a sword.
Yeah.
You keep picking at it. He'll come back.
Mm-hmm. So, exactly. So, what else? Do we have anything else?
So let's talk about The Last Dance, man, because that's something else we need to talk about. I recently finished it. Shout out again to Patrick Ewing, who was in the hospital, because they kind of mentioned him quite a bit in the documentary. My question is, man, do you think the Bulls would have gone and got 7 NBA titles?
If Jordan stayed around?
Yeah, if Jordan after 98, you think,
I think it was a good possibility. Yeah, I mean, it would have been a lot harder, to starting to get older, and people getting to the end of their rope, where they're not just in age, but just more so to the point where they're getting tired of the politics, like people like Scottie Pippen, who wasn't getting paid right, which I think was real fucked up. You know what I mean? I didn't know all these years. I never knew he was, getting he was one of the lowest paid players in the league.
One of the greatest of all time.
And I mean, highly regarded, but yet still underpaid. So, you know, anybody who allowed that shit to happen, y'all can eat a dick too. But yeah, I think it would have been very much possible. I don't know. Because I know a lot of people were getting to the end of their ropes. And so it's hard to say. You know what I mean? I think that if they stayed in the right mind frame, like if they were in that we're going to win mind frame, then yeah. But with all that stuff happening, like you said, the Scottie Pippen thing, he was already just sick of that shit. You know what I mean? So, and then you had the guy behind the scenes, what was the guy?
Jerry Krause.
Krause, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, people like him coming in and fucking shit up, making Phil Jackson leave the team and all that shit.
Oh, yo, that was just... Yeah, one of the man in the interview was like, "Well, what do you feel that you sabotaging the man, look, I'm not sabotaging." Yo, man, like, I mean, how dare you say? He was like a miniature Trump, yo. How dare you say that?
Exactly.
No more questions.
Yeah, but that's what they do when they get backed into a corner. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, it's a great documentary. I'm still behind, so I got to catch up. But I definitely encourage anybody to go back and watch it on demand if you can, or find it online somewhere. But it just chronicles the Bulls and their dynasty from when they got Jordan to after he left and all of that. You know what I mean? So it's a good documentary. I can't say much less. But I don't like the fact that a lot of them still have issues that have been riding their backs over the years, you know what I mean? And, you know, like the Jordan and Isaiah Thomas thing about not shaking hands at the end of that game, shit like that they're still, you know, Jordan's like, yeah, you know, I don't care what you say, you know, he's an asshole, you know, and it's like, this shit is too old for y'all to still be bickering over this dumb shit.
Yeah.
It's just too old, man. Y'all make too much money to still be thinking about a fucking handshake. I mean, for one, yeah, they should have shook hands. They should have. I'm not doubting that. But for y'all to still be angry and holding fucking feelings about this shit, it's over, man. Let that shit go.
But yeah, man. So my thing about it, man, I think if that same team would have kept, you know, stayed together, I think they may possibly got 7 NBA titles.
Yeah.
But honestly, looking at Jordan, you know, he's at a point like, you know, he was kind of getting exhausted and everything.
Yeah.
But now I will say this, I think Jordan, when he played in 98, he was a better baller up here. As far as like the mind, you know, when he was young, he was, you know, it was all about body and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I think he, you know, the mind was more developed, you know, when you're older, you know, but still I would love to see them do 7, you know, personally. But I think they could do it, but it would have been some work. I mean, eventually, I think 99 they could have done it, but definitely after 2000 they definitely would have to.
Right.
They would definitely have to.
Yeah. I think maybe you might be right. They might have been able to squeeze in one more, but that's probably would have been.
Yeah, that would probably have been it. Yeah. So.
Yeah, and you know, and again, like you said, our well wishes go out to Patrick Ewing because he's a legend, one of my favorites. You know, from back in the day. You know, he was the lead center for the Knicks, and you know, that man, they had a squad and a half, man.
Dude, but that's what I'm saying, man. That's one thing I had to give. I don't mean to cut you off, but that's one thing I had to give with like Jordan, man. Like a lot of people talk shit about him, but Ewing, Sean Kemp, Peyton Manning, fucking Karl Malone, Stockton, Barkley, motherfucker, like all the people that those guys are great by themselves. All the motherfuckers he had to stop. Like, and it wasn't just Jordan, you know, mind. You have to have the role players like the Pippins and Rodman. I'm not taking anything from them.
Yeah.
Kukoc, Kerr, Paxton, you know what I'm saying? Harper, you know,
Armstrong.
BJ Armstrong, man, he gets slept on.
Yeah, he does.
That dude's nice. But yeah, and I didn't know he came to the Charlotte Hornets.
Me either.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, because by the time he did that, I was kind of falling out of watching. You know what I mean? So yeah, I didn't. And that's when Larry Johnson got traded. You know what I mean too, as well. So that was when I stopped watching. So I kind of fell out. Once things started to dismantle like that, I was just like, I'm getting over it now.
Yeah, because I mean, it used to be, and that's the thing. It was loyalty. He stayed on one team. So I mean, yeah, man, Jordan, man, I think he's definitely one of the greats. Definitely one of the greats that did it.
Definitely. So it's a great documentary, and it gives you a lot of behind-the-scenes information. So I'm definitely going to finish it. So I encourage y'all to go out and check it out, man. It's an ESPN documentary. So, but yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about it after I get a chance to watch more. But again, not rest me. My well wishes go out to Patrick.
Yeah, our well wishes. Don't put my man in the ground.
I really, I'm really hoping that he comes through this because he's a strong dude and he's one of my favorites. The Knicks have always been my team because of the fact that I'm from New York, so I couldn't help but support them. And they had a great squad. They just never got it together enough to get those championships like they should have. Because even when they had some of the greatest, what was Anthony Mason?
Yeah.
I mean, Ewing. Yeah. I mean, it was like, damn, sometimes I was like, how the fuck don't y'all have a championship? Y'all got a fucking squad from hell. So, it is what it is. But yeah, and then over the years they had good people. What was it Sprewell? I think didn't they have him for a while?
They had Sprewell.
Was it
in the Knicks? I thought Sprewell played for.
I might be wrong. Like I said, that was when I started to fade out. But
Antonio, Sprewell choked me.
Yeah, Allen Iverson.
Why don't you do that to
right. Well, yeah,
he choked the coach out, son.
Well, they had good people though, like Allen Iverson and all of that. You know what I mean? So they had some legends on their team, but it's just.
Oh, that was what 76ers, wasn't it?
What, they had Allen Iverson?
Yeah.
No, he played for the Knicks for one time. At one time.
Well, I mean, he might have got, but he was originally from 76ers.
Yeah, I think he might have been originally with them. But he did go to the Knicks for a minute. But I'm just saying, over the years they've acquired good people, but they just
crossover Jordan.
Yeah, I don't know if it was.
They didn't put that in the documentary.
Right.
Jordan like, nah, fuck that shit.
Yeah, man.
You ain't getting that nigga nothing.
Shit, one of my favorites was when Starks dunked on Jordan and I think it was Horace Grant. Dunked on both of their asses. Boy, came around from the sideline and yammed that shit in. And they was just like, can't fuck with it. Because I mean, I was a Jordan hater for a while when I was young. Because I was like, damn, this nigga just will not stop losing. I mean, not stop winning. I just hated that shit. I was like, damn. I just, because I was such a diehard Knicks fan. I was like, damn, I just want them niggas to win. But Jordan, always like they said, he's inhuman.
Yeah, so, I mean that's the thing, man. Jordan was just. I had a friend like that too. He was just so damn good that they just hated him.
Yeah.
I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I was a fan. I mean, but I supported the Hornets too, man.
Yeah.
Like I think that was like the team, Bulls and the Hornets.
Yeah. The Hornets was a great team too, man.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, man, you want to add anything else before we shut it down?
Okay, so there's something going on the internet. We're talking about the verses and stuff coming up. And there's a group that says that nobody's fucking with them. Nobody.
Nobody.
L-O-X. Let's talk about it.
Yes, sir.
So, who would be on the versus battle with the Locks?
I don't know, because ain't none of y'all better. Ain't none of y'all better. My man couldn't have said it better. Ain't none of y'all better. I mean, it really ain't no groups that could go up against them. I don't know. I mean, I just don't know of any real groups. I mean, if they were more so, if they had came in the game a little earlier, I could have said something like EPMD. But because they were in like separate time frames, I wouldn't put them versus each other because They were in kind of slightly different eras, but that's the and then Wu-Tang is such a larger group. I think that's too much. You know what I mean? You can't. That's an unfair fight. You know what I mean? So you got like 10 niggas going against 3.
Well,
Locks can hold their own, but
yeah,
damn, you know
I would probably. Well, what I would do, I would probably out of those. Well, it's kind of tough because really they don't have. You know, Wu's got more of a duo set, like, you know, Ray and, you know. I mean, sometimes they'll have their trios, but I mean, the way you could do that, you know, Shane could probably be like a trio joint.
Yeah.
I think like what Ray Ghost and Meth, they had like an album together, but
yeah.
but I mean, it would be kind of tough, man. I don't think the Locks toe to toe. I could probably see maybe DITC on some stuff, maybe, but
yeah. I think the only way it can work with the Wu-Tang is if they went group album against group album. No individual album stuff.
Yeah.
They just went like 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang Forever and all that against the official Locks albums. That would be a decent matchup. Because they both would have dope hits. But if you just add in all the features and solo joints that
we'd be here all fucking day.
Yeah, for one, we'd be here all day. And the Wu would still dominate because you got 10 dudes all doing solo albums, all having some credibility versus just 3 dudes. You know what I mean? So that would be unfair. But if they went just group album for group album, I could see that. But other than that, I don't really know of any other solid groups, you know, that could go against them. I really don't. You know, I don't know. I mean, I was gonna say Naughty by Nature, but no, I don't even think that will work.
Nah,
that wouldn't even work.
No, and Tretch is a motherfucker.
Right.
Woo!
Yeah, that's a
Tretch, man. I don't know, man.
Beast.
I don't know.
Yeah, man.
I fuck around, get poked.
we almost had to poke Mike.
Yeah, we had to poke Mike. Michael had to get poked.
Yeah, that was funny. You know what I mean? That's some true New Yorkers right there. You know what I mean? Because don't nobody fuck with Mike Tyson, but they was like, yo we almost had to poke Mike. We
might have to poke. Somebody gonna fall asleep.
Somebody gonna fall asleep, but we gonna have to still poke Mike though. Yeah, if he get a hit off, one of y'all niggas is going to sleep. So whoever that is, hey, my condolences.
Oh man.
But yeah, man. So that would be an interesting one. If y'all got some ideas about who could be good for the Locks, I would love to hear it because I would love to see them in a versus battle against somebody. I don't know who the fuck is staying up to them, but somebody. And I don't think G-Unit is good enough. You know, G-Unit, even though they did have beef back in the day, G-Unit is not strong enough to go up against the Locks. That's already been proven, so...
God damn, they crushed it.
Right. They couldn't
you get it, homie!
You know what I mean? They couldn't fuck with that onslaught. So yeah, but let us know in the comments, and you know, we'll go from there. You got anything else you want to add?
I think that's it, man. We had a lengthy list, so we appreciate y'all, you know, keeping up with us and putting up with us. Yeah, we should be back on regular schedule next Wednesday.
This coming
Wednesday. Excuse me. Yeah, this past Wednesday. Yeah, I got caught up in some shit, so. But we should be back on regular schedule. And we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So for episode 116, this is your man, Uncle Kurt, and this is
Howard.
And don't forget, ain't none of y'all better.
None of y'all.
We're gonna see y'all next time.
Peace.